Today we're going to rank certain kind of things that to be a profitable, you need these, everything. Just being profitable is not everything. You have to have everything. For example, psychology of max 100%, but you don't have like 30 or 20% of strategy. I don't think you will be that much of a profitable trader, because as psychology is important, but the strategy is also important, has to be a certain amount of percentage that you reach to. So everything has to be in balance, not one is stronger than the other or anything else. So I will rank and explain what these are. What I see right now is risk ratio. Risk ratio is very important. Let's say that you are trading, you have like 90% of win rate of a strategy, but your risk ratio is like minus 90%. So like you do minus of $1,000 and then you earn $100. I mean, this risk ratio is very bad. It's like disruptive. So 90 times you will get it right. You earn 100 times 9 times. So it's like 100 times 9, so $900. Every time it hits, it's gonna hit 90 times, 90%. But once it hits your stop loss, you will lose everything that you had before. So that's why a lot of traders, they always go for minimum 1-to-1 ratio so that they can just improve on accuracy only. So if you go for like 0.8, which means that you are risking 1,000 and you're earning like 800. I mean, time to time, based on your strategy, it depends. You can go like this. I also sometimes do it, very rarely. It's very risky. But most of the times I don't do it. Even if I know that it'll hit my target, I never do like this. So risk ratio is very important in terms of trading plan. You will see sometimes it'll hit your stop loss and goes directly to the target profit, TP, right? Take profit. But you might think that it is unnecessary if you look into the graph until it hits the target. But no, this is not the thing that you should do to be a profitable trader or consistently profitable, to be a consistent profitable trader. Why? Is because I know that you know that SL is very important, but sometimes you don't put your SL. I know that. You don't put your SL and then sometimes you lose more than you can stake. So for example, you're doing a prop firm, right? You can only lose like $3,000 for 100K account. And sometimes you earn like, and many times, all like consistently, you earn 600,000, 800, 500 every single day. And you have, for example, $900 left in your account. And sometimes you don't put your stop loss. That time, that exact moment, it'll go directly to your breach level, like minus 2,000 or below, or like 3,000. And you will lose the whole account that you have put into months of an effort, right? So SL is a discipline. Discipline can be improved with journals. I think that journal is a must-have because journal is also related with the backtesting, because let's say you just created a strategy, and then you have to test these, right? These tests are done with backtesting tests. Without these tests, then you don't know if your strategy works, or you just have to roll with the market that's happening right now and experiment with your own money, or a demo account, which is, I think, kind of neutral, because when you trade demo account and come to your real account, they feel really different. So backtesting you can do on demo account, and then you should test your backtesting every single day. Make a journal and then go back to that time again. Why it was wrong. If your setup was A+, just look back again. Why I was right. Just look back again and again and again until it becomes your habit, until it becomes you yourself, your personality. All right. So you can just like say, if someone just pokes you like this, and you will say right away your strategy, like this kind of disciplineness you need. So backtesting is important. This is also related to psychology. Psychology, backtesting, and journal, they're all in the same line, because with backtesting, when I used to teach, I always say that you should backtest in order to be profitable, because once you know that your strategy works, let's say 90% of the times, you know that it's going to work. And then once out of 10 trades, one trade, you know that it'll come eventually. And if it's that trade that you lost, then you know tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, you will earn back again. Let's say you did a 1-to-1 risk ratio I just mentioned, and then 90% of the times you won. And then one time, you will eventually lose, right? So if you know that your strategy works on demo that much, that well, that you have such a discipline and you memorized everything, it became your personality, then your psychology will always automatically follow it. You don't even have to work on psychology if you backtest and journal at the same time. And journaling, you have to do every single day. Regardless of you have a party, go to the toilet and just do the journaling. What's the matter? Like, just say that you're in the toilet, give it 5 minutes, the 2 minutes, and then just journal it. Just 2 minutes. And then later when you come back home after a party, backtest it, and then you know that your strategy works and it becomes your personality slowly, as if there's a small raining. If you're outside and there's a small rain falling on you, if you stay 1 hour outside there, then you're gonna be soaked wet. Little steps are very important, all right? And volume is important. Actually, everything right now, what I'm saying is, it's like must-have or important or kind of helpful, neutral. But I think these are the ones that I think that's very important. So volume is related to times. And the times here is about sessions. Session is important and volume is important because why they're connected is because with different sessions, London, New York, and the least volume, Asia. New York is where the real game starts, whereas Asia is just like a warm-up kind of thing. So there's not much of a volume. So I don't really trade on Asian times because when I trade, I lose. I need some volume into it. And then London, it's in between. So you will have a good amount of your inner peace and there's a good amount of volume that you can trade, but also there's some kind of peace into it. Yeah. So when you want to trade, you have to fit your strategy into your time zone or times. Let's say you're in New York and New York 9:39 is AM, right? You can't trade on London unless you wake up middle of the night, right? So you have to fix your strategy to fit into your New York time. Or let's say you're in Asia, London opens around 3 to 5, 1 to 5 p.m. depending on which Asian country you are in, 1 to 5 p.m. So London time will be the main time for you if you are in Asia. So you have to fix your strategy into those times. Following ICT, it's good, but have you backtested by yourself? Does it match your own personality? I don't know. For me, it didn't really match my personality, so I didn't really go deep into it. But it is important. It's you might think that I'm kind of scamming, but think about your personality, analyze your personality, and analyze your trading behavior. Then imply, if you're doing ICT, imply this ICT into your time zone, your personality, and tweak a little bit, and backtest it, and then make a journal. Then your psychology will follow at the same time. So for me, win rate isn't that important. It's kind of helpful. As I said, it's just risk ratio. A lot of things based on risk ratio. So let's say you always do 1 to 10, 10 times $1 risk, earning $10. This is ultimate. Even if you earn 20% win rate, then you'll still be very much profitable, right? $1, if you lose 8 times, even if you lose 8 times, you will earn $10. So you are going to be in plus of $2 at the end, right? So if it accumulates, it's going to be very big. Sometimes you will not trade something that's risky. Sometimes you will risk it maybe to $2 and then maximize it to $10. And then this will come into your profits. So I think win rate is not really a big thing. Always a risk ratio is a thing, in my opinion. So time frame, I would say it's a neutral thing because I'm going to post one shorts or reels about time frames that you need different types of time frames. You need higher time frame, HTF, and you need a lower time frame. So LTF. Why do you need these two? Is because you cannot know what's going to happen in a lower time frame. For example, you have a 1 month, 1 week, 1 day, 4 hours, 1 hour, 15 minutes, 5 minutes, and 1 minute, right? There's so much more different time frames. And then depending on your trading style, swing trading, day trading, positional trading, scalping, you will look into different types of time frames. But what I suggest is you always have to look on the 4-hour time frame because 1 day time frame, they don't really change much. So look at 4 hours time frame. If it's in buy side, then you should only go for buys. Don't look for reversals. It's very risky. 80% of the reversals, they fail. But if you will earn a whole lot. That's why people like this kind of dopamine or neurotransmitter thing. It's like gambling that we are doing. So always go from higher time frame and into smaller time frame. For example, 4 hours. If you're looking at 4 hours, higher time frame, execute in 15 minutes time frame. Then if you're looking at 1 hour, execute in 5 or 1 minute time frame. And then you're looking at 15 minutes time frame as a higher time frame, and then execute in 1 minute time frame. It's like this. Everything is very subjective. 15 minutes can be higher time frame compared to one minute, but compared to 4 hours, it can be like lower time frame. So it's very subjective. But time frames, you need to look at multiple, at least 2 different time frames to define your own trades. It's very important. All right, then a lot of people I know, they trade news. Oh, wow, news. This is very, by the way, I don't trade news. That's why I don't know where to put. When I think a lot of traders that I know, they would say it's a must-have. It's crazy. Yeah, because I trade crude oil. Crude oil has a tendency of going into one direction for a few days, even if we have to buy, like technical side or fundamental side, even if we have to buy, it just goes one direction. Just like these days. Or when the war happened, it just went up for a few months. Or it went down for a few weeks. Or went up for a few weeks. So like this kind of thing happens on crude oil. So for me, news, if you know the direction, news is very effective. I used to do news as well, but now I don't. Because news is such a gamble, whereas if you get wrong in one direction, you will lose infinitely. You will think that this will reverse back, because sometimes it does reverse back. So if you want to risk it, and if you want high risk, high return, that's the thing. If you don't have a risk, then you will not get a lot of return. But if you have high risk, not necessarily though, you will have higher profits. That's the trading world. So news is kind of important for some people's perspectives. For me, I would move this to neutral. And trading plan. Oh, trading plan is important. Trading plan is very important. Everything that I've said, doing backtesting, your new or your own journals or your strategies, they're all in trading plan. Why I put in important, not must have, because it's not everything in trading. You might have a trading plan, but if you don't know how to execute it, and if you don't know how to exit, then you will end up in minus, right? So trading plan is important, but not everything. Everyone has their own trading plan. So for example, I used to have multiple different trading plans. So for example, I used to do ICT, I used to do SMT, I used to do all the famous ones, and momentum and technical, fundamental, everything. But I figured out that no, trading is about how much you're willing to give up on your knowledge. So my advice is, if you want to be consistently profitable, you have to learn how to give up on your different strategies. For example, we're growing a big tree. Then we have to keep these unwanted branches, right? Like those branches that eats all of the nutrients, or like that's not necessary. And then we just cut them and make it beautiful, right? They are just like different strategies. And then what you're keeping is your own and main strategy. That's the main thing that you have to keep. Choose one and stick to it. And experiment. You have time. For example, you have a goal and you're here. If you want to go around to make a shortcut, sometimes this will bring you longer time to reach to your goal. But if you are trying to step by step go to your goal, even if you don't have time, then this sometimes, a lot of the times, will give you the shortest shortcut that you can ever step into. I know that once you are in a trap of money, that you are in debt or you are in a hurry, trading is not the field. Go and gamble. Because trading comes very slowly. So that's what's going to give you a lot of money will require a lot of time. It's like the world is inside trading. All of the philosophies are inside trading, inside the chart. So you have to go slowly, just like treating your partner. Go very slowly, sometimes risk it. You have to experiment it. You will lose, but the moment you imply these experimentations in your real account successfully, then from that moment, you're just copying the money, just printing money. By the way, social media is negative because you don't learn trading from social media. You don't learn by reposting your other people's posts about trading. You will just have a dopamine that you want to trade. Oh, this guy is earning very easily. Maybe I can do it as well. You will just feed on your negativity, that side, emotional side. So you will lose more. So if you are following some kind of gambling or earning a lot social media platform, then I wouldn't suggest you watching it unless you are already profitable and have your own set of rules. All right. I wish you guys are going to be very profitable. And yeah, that's it for today. See you next time.